Police have cleared the waterways here at the park and say the little boy is simply not there. Now, I spoke moments ago to his mother, who's obviously devastated by the disappearance.
I love you, Mari, and I miss you, and we want you back.
Fighting back tears, Keisha Humphrey holds out hope her son will make it home safely. She's the biological mom to missing 9-year-old Omarion Humphrey, who's been living with a foster family.
It's been horrible the past couple of days because we've been out here looking for him, and we weren't able to find him, and quite frankly, I don't think he's in the park anymore. We looked everywhere. I've snuck out a couple times and looked for him in the bushes and the swamps, and we haven't been able to find him.
Police and hundreds of volunteers have searched the area around Davison Township's Lake Callis Park, high and low. Omarion, who goes by Mars, vanished on July 4th around 6 p.m. So far, no trace of him.
I haven't ruled out anything. We're going into this with an open mind like we do any investigation. It would be negligent on our part to rule out anything at this point.
As for Mars's birth mom, she has a message for all the police and volunteers who have been combing the woods and lakes looking for her little boy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the help. Everybody coming out and help looking for him and everything like that. And God bless all of them.
Now, police are going to keep their search up throughout the night as the evening does draw on. And, of course, we will keep you updated on any new developments. Reporting live in Davison Township, Nick Lully, WNEMTV5. The biological mother isn't getting her kids back yet.
Omarion, I want him back. Come home, Mari.
Outside an Oakland County courtroom, Keisha Humphrey with an impassioned plea for the safe return of her biological son. He's missing 9-year-old Omarion Humphrey, who vanished from a Davison Township park in Genesee County under the supervision of his foster family. He'd been in their care since being placed with them in February.
When things like this happen, it's just beyond words.
Today, Oakland County Judge Lisa Langton presided over an emergency hearing in the Humphrey case as mom Keisha tried to get back nearly a dozen children placed into foster care, siblings of Omarion. Omarion's court-appointed attorney says they were initially taken because of abuse and neglect situation, a situation that mom confirms.
The house wasn't, we had a bad landlord and the house wasn't adequate.
Humphrey, who wants custody of her kids back, didn't get that today. Instead, the judge ordered the case be reviewed monthly until Omarion is found. An investigation and report into the foster care placement organization and recommended counseling for the missing boy's siblings.
So I just want my son back. I wish that this had went better. I wish he was found. I wish we didn't have to come to this case today.
Now, the foster family did not appear before the judge today, nor were they really identified, and they previously denied our requests for an on-camera interview. Reporting live in Pontiac, Nick Lully, WNEMTV5.
Hard to deal with sometimes, but, you know, he's ours.
Jamel Humphrey misses his 9-year-old biological son, Omarion, beyond belief, and he's waiting for answers. Answers as to where his son is and how he went missing under the supervision of his foster family on July 4th.
It was a total shock to me that he was at the lake with 500, 600, 700 people on a holiday weekend.
But who steps in to make sure foster children are on the right track? Michigan's Department of Human Services is supposed to, but when we reached out to the state agency today, a spokesman commented, but not directly, on the Humphrey case.
The safety and well-being of children in foster care are always our top priorities.
Bob Wheaton, communications manager for the department, says Michigan is a private-public partnership state, meaning some cases are managed directly by DHS, while others are handled directly by a private agency. In Omarion's case, he was under the supervision of Burton-based Alternatives for Children and Families, as we first reported yesterday, but that doesn't change the expectation for supervision, which remains the same no matter who's in charge of the case.
That the caseworkers need to meet monthly with the caregiver and be in the caregiver's home, observe the caregiver. Also, caseworkers need to make contact with the children to see that they're doing well in the home.
At a court hearing on Tuesday, an Alternatives caseworker testified that Omarion's foster family had a previous complaint of improper supervision. The judge in the ongoing Humphrey custody dispute ordered the agency to produce a report into the circumstances of the disappearance. Meantime, as for Omarion's dad, he just wants his little boy home and is worried sick.
I want my son back, or I want to find out what happened to him and get some. He made you laugh. He did some silly things sometimes.
A heartbreaking day for the biological father of Omarion, Humphrey, as he pays his last respects to his little boy during a visitation in Pontiac. We've been sharing the autistic child's story for weeks. First, he went missing at Lake Callis Park in Genesee County's Davison Township, only to be found nearly a week later, likely drowned in the water. Today, though, was about healing.
He was very lovable. Once you learned, got to know him, and I'm gonna miss him.
But it wasn't all tears. Jamel Humphrey shared a touching story with me about a time his son made a big mess, but they couldn't even be mad.
I bought some ice cream sandwiches, like 2 boxes, about 24, and he lined them all up in the basement and they all melted. He didn't really want to eat them, he just wanted to line them up. It was funny though.
And it's not only been hard for his dad. Omarion is one of 15 children, and they've all struggled the past 2 weeks with the loss.
One day we sat around and just talked about the fun things that he used to do, and it was fun. And then the next day, we was all bawling our eyes out. We've been pulling together real strong, though, trying to get all this prepared for his funeral and make sure he has a very good home going.
And visitation will be held until 8 o'clock tonight, followed by a funeral tomorrow. Reporting in Pontiac, Nick Lully, WNEMTV5.